how many friends do you have that you can actually talk to? If you look at the data, most guys have one or two friends they can actually talk to. And most of us don't really share how we're feeling or open up about things. Or our life feels like it's melting down on a scale from 0 to 10. We're at like a 9. 10 would be like, fuck. But then we kind of present things like we're a 2 or a 3. I'm out actually in my buddy's, it's now like a tool shed. He bought a bunch of land here in Columbia. When he moved here, he was actually living here for a bit while they were building his house. His house is over there. And I was just sitting here having dinner with two of my buddies. We're in a business mastermind together where all three of us are coaches, making our impact in the world and challenging each other to just be better, make more money, help more people, grow, post content. There's challenges. One of the guys missed his content, a month ago. He had to lose $500 was the agreement we all made. So needless to say, we haven't missed our content or our commitments. And I'm sitting here with these guys, having a great dinner, laughing, shooting the shit. And it's so nice. And it makes me think back to times when I didn't have that. Times before I was in a men's group. Times when, man, it's just popped in my mind. It would have been 2011 or maybe 2010, somewhere around there. My dad died in an accident in early 2010. And within, I think 6 months, I was living in Florida. I had no male friends I was talking to. And yeah, I was at a point like, what's the point worth living? I was in a big fight with my dad. Hadn't spoken to him in 3 months. And then one day he had an accident and that was it. Felt so much guilt, so much shame. And I had no one to go to. I had no one to talk to. And I wanted to make this video tonight because I know a lot of us as guys, maybe you're not in the bad situation I was, 15 years ago, where I was depressed, suicidal thoughts, things like that. Addicted to Adderall, addicted to Klonopin, trying to balance it out with smoking weed to numb out thoughts, crazy thoughts, just to hope the pain would go away. And I see so many guys, and part of why we're struggling is we don't have guys we can be cool with. And what I mean by cool with, like someone you can really share what you're going through, what your struggles are. It's weird, some of the stigmas we have as men, where we can be afraid to join a men's circle. It's like, oh, that's weak. It's going to make us gay. It's going to make us a pussy. The different judgments we have from locker room talk, the kind of things that people have said to us, or maybe we've said to ourselves. And by talking about our feelings or saying we love our girlfriend or our wife and we're scared to lose her, to break up, that somehow makes us weak. And by not having these male friendships, is it at all possible that pushing down all these emotions, all these fears, a lot of us only express anger as that's an emotion that's okay, but we have just this turmoil, even if we don't know it, going on inside, and we cope with alcohol, with drugs, with pills, whether we have a prescription or not, or maybe we abuse that. And a lot of us are suffering in silence. Or we can go the other extreme where we talk to our girlfriend or our wife and we're fearful, we're anxious, we're all over the place. And now she feels like she has to be our life coach or our therapist, which she might like at first, or it's nice you're emotionally available, or you have feelings. And then eventually she can't feel safe with us because we're the dominant emotional one, or said differently, the dominant feminine energy in the relationship. So what is not having guys in your life costing you? And it's not just talking about the emotional stuff or what's hurting. That's a part of it. Because if you just do that, if you just have support, if you just have love and acknowledgement and acceptance and compassion, which is man, it's a necessary, vital, like your heart beats in your chest, vital part of the human experience. But as guys, there needs to be action. We need to be challenged. And I wanted to make this video kind of honoring my friend Blake and Kyle, or my friends who are in the cabin in the house up there. We sit on top of this gorgeous mountain in Colombia. And also I know what it's like, or the pain when you don't have that. And it gets worse. It gets worse because then the stories come in that I don't drink every day. I just drink, 3 times a week, or I just drink once on the weekend to kind of mitigate the pain, push the pain out, or not push the pain out, but have a moment of feel some relief. With the alcohol, with the drugs, with the pills, with the porn, with the Tinder, could be sugar and food, could be shopping, even though that's not a big one for guys, could be overworking, that maybe we'll feel a little better. And a lot of us as men we can be emotionally dying inside because we really have never went there. We don't have the support. We don't have the challenge. Because if you have the support, that's a great start. But then this is why when someone gets off alcohol or drugs, they have the support and they have an action plan. And then where does it have to go from there? Where do they move from there? Or someone has a breakup and they go and they say, it didn't hurt me that bad. I'm just going to the club. So I invite you to consider, I challenge you, of what is it costing you? What is it costing you not to have that support system of men in your life? And if you're anything like me, I was molested as a kid by a priest and other things. I was really afraid of men. It's kind of a weird thing when I realized that years ago. I thought it was just being short. I'm 5'7" if I'm having a tall day. That I was actually afraid of getting mentally, emotionally, physically hurt by men. So I didn't make a lot of male friends. I was around my mom a lot as a kid, and it caused me to be more understanding of women, but also not connected to my power as much and more feminine. Amazing skill set I learned, a huge part of me, but not the essence of who I am or how I wanted to show up in the world. When's the last time you were able to sit and a buddy could be there for you and you could just say whatever you're feeling? Your anger, your sadness, your tears, your shame, that's a big one, your frustration, and just let it out. And know that someone's got your back. That even if it seems like a total fucking mess, that it's gonna be okay. That a guy, someone who you can feel his heart and he cares about you, and he has a strength, a power, balls, whatever you want to call it, to be firm with you, to challenge you if things are really going down the tubes, to go, hey bro, what are we gonna do about this? And if you've watched it this video this long, chances are you don't have that, or you don't have that the way you want it to be. Maybe you've had glimpses of it. Maybe it just happened when you and your buddy were drinking, but you weren't too drunk. So it kind of slipped out, you said something. I saw that recently happen with a guy who had been chasing women for nearly a decade around the world. And then he was drinking and he goes, I don't want to get hurt like my last relationship from 10 years ago. What would life be like if you had your homies, ride or die people, ride or die men that were there to love you, that they were there to challenge you through your darkest days, through your anxiety, your depression, your fears, your breakups, your confusion about women, breakups and confusion about women. There's some big stuff to learn there, and some of us don't want to learn it or don't think to learn it. So on this beautiful Friday night, holiday weekend in Colombia, while you could be partying, well, if you're in Colombia, you might be. If you're in North America, probably not. You're chilling, it's a regular weekend, still could be partying. What would it be like if you had the connection, the challenge, the support of other men who were really there for you and had your back? Could be a fun thought, an interesting thought to dream on tonight, as you remember that and dream about it now. You're closer than you think, gents. It can be just the difference of reaching out when you're in a time of need and you really need help. See you soon.